Second, so, never mind. Just find something else to do besides begging your mama. Oh, hi. I'm trying to convince the cat she don't have to bug me. I'm not convincing her yet. She's still bugging. Yes, you're bugging. Go find a new hobby. He's bugging your mama. Oh, I guess this is a bad idea. Oh well. I'm trying to figure out a place to put this tripod. So I put where I want to put the slow cooker. I'm trying to figure out. Hi, how you doing? Got one thumbs up. Shout out to the thumbs up. Happy Monday. Monday fun day. Yeah, just I closed the vent. Oops! Now see what happened? Oh, see, I kicked you because you're in the way. Hi. Hi. Skeetum. What's crack-a-lackin', Skeetum? Hey, Dinesh. Whose mama you going at? It's the cat. It's her. Oh no, she jumped up here. I don't want cat fur on you, baby. Well, I don't get choice. It's her. You see her? I can't tell. Is that a cat? See her? Did you get your way now? You happy? Succeeded in your mission. Mission accomplished. On my shoulders. What's this? Bomba clot? You reggae? Isn't that reggae? Bomba clot? Bomba clot? I'm so beautiful. Okay. Thanks. Hi, Dexter. Well, yeah. He's right here. Right here. Yum, yum, yum. I went on a field trip out to somewhere. We did a bunch of simulations. Oh, is that the thing for the airplanes? The flight stuff? The car simulator. It failed? What? I thought you were doing flight simulators. It's car simulations? Or was that something else you did? Okay. Hey, J-Dub. Is there a game on? You got your jersey on? I got my Cowboys jersey on here. Go Cowboys. Go USA. Let's go, Canada. J-Dub, you missed my sex ed, or, no, anti-corn lecture. I did an anti-corn lecture yesterday. You missed it. So these boys, they best behave. Clean up their acts. Belgium and Egypt. I don't know. I went on quite a stretch on my streams yesterday. I streamed for like 5.5 hours yesterday. Or at least 5. 2 streams in a row. This cat might be. No, I rebuke that. I rebuke that. I plead the blood of Jesus over my kitty. Mr. G is 16 years younger than me. I didn't get my International Players Club card. uh, stamped for a youngie for nothing. Oh my gosh, what am I saying? Oh, you didn't know? You've been trying to draw pins this entire time? I used to cry about it when I first started streaming. I thought everyone knew by now. I must have stopped those rants right before you started becoming a regular. I used to say, when I turn 60, my husband's going to trade me in for 230s. When I turn 60, they trade me in for 230s. They used to worry about that. Let the stream know. But I'm over it now. He can do what he wants. Maybe I replace him. No, just kidding. Just kidding. Control Alt Delete. Oh my gosh! It might. It's Spain versus Cubo Verde. This is Osita Bear. Her name is Bear in Spanish. Little Bear. This is my little bear. This is the apple of my eye. Little mean girl here. Kick any boy's butt. She don't care if a boy's twice her size. She go kick his butt and make him run for the hill. Ain't that right, OC girl? And she was the runt. Did you all know Osita was the runt? She took over as alpha female. Cape Verde. It's off the coast of Africa. $100? Oh. Oh, thank you, Willie. Good to see who? The cat or my husband? The cat, right? Hey, Dinesh, what were you doing at 9 in the morning your time? What were you doing 9 in the morning your time today? You thought I was feeling your energy. I wasn't going to mention it, but I thought I would ask. Were you up to something? Spain, get your act together. Both? Oh, both of them? Rosita's taking over the street. I can't read the comments with my neck like that. It gives me a pain in my neck. If I was a poet, it would be the subject of all my poems. Well, you are a poet. You just don't know it. I know. I need to put her down. She's just spoiled. She loves this. This is her favorite part of the day. Come on, girl. Your mama's got to do stuff. Come on. Give your mama a break. She gave you enough attention. That was what? Almost 9 minutes of that. It's a long time to have your neck cramped up. Comments are crazy. Yeah, Control Delete, y'all. Any more weird stuff, I'm going to hit the timeout. I'm going to hit the block myself. Won't even... You're sleeping at 9 a.m.? Okay, that's a legit answer, Trey. I mean Dinesh. Hi, how are you, Trey? I can't look at the comment now, or what you posted, Dinesh. I'll look after my stream. The Orient Express? Hope not. I heard it doesn't have a good ending for someone. Were you an Agatha Christie fan, or a Johnny Depp fan, or a movie buff? You think I'm on Merkin on the Orient Express? You're good, Trey? How old are you going to be, Trey? How old are you going to be? You said your birthday's Friday, or when's your birthday? How am I? Rohit, oh, I'm okay. You think Mr. G ever gets tired of my slow cooker dinners? Seems like that's all I do. Well, I do it because I'm too worn out by the time he gets home to get up and cook usually. Usually I'm in bed by the time he comes home. Again. If you're wondering why I do the slow cooker so often. The logo? Okay. Let me try to get this done. I got half a mind to drink an energy drink. Is that a baddie move? A bad move? Maybe I'll drink this. This is little. Look how little this is. Come on, no. She's trying to jump in the fridge, crazy girl. Hey, Jose. God bless you, Jose. I can't do that. Dinesh, I don't know how to. I've tried before, and it crashes my stream. I need you to be here in real life to be my computer tech guy. But until then, you have to be patient with Danny. Oh, Taz, you heard it? I was a little key paranoid Ivy would be saying something, so I looked real quick. But it was Taz saying his approval. You're going to be 34? You're still a spring chicken, Trey. Do I remember you, Stephen Hawk? Yeah, you ask me every time if I remember you. You had a fur hat on, and you're from Sweden. Was it Sweden? Oh, hi, XXX. Bye, XXL. Oh, how am I? I said hi to the new neighbors. XXL, are you still here? XXL. I'm about to do a collab with my neighbor, and you never mind. Yeah, I'm going to stay in my lane. This is rude. I'm not going to even say. But I met my neighbor and he told me he loves cats, which is reassuring. I wanted to give him a hint that I had 6 cats. And I was outside and he walked by me and he asked her, "Are those cats yours?" So I told him before I lost my nerve that I got 6 cats. Sometimes when you tell people you got 6 cats and they're your new neighbor, they kind of like, he said they're friendly. I like them. I was like, oh, that's good. There might be some one-hand type in the chat if you guys see my neighbor. I'm just teasing. Oh wait, what was my conversation about yesterday? Oh, shout out to Sushanta. Shout out to Sushanta. Thank you. I'm bad. Well, I don't know. I have to get XXL to do the merchandise, do the goods. I need XXL to see if he gets a stamp of approval. I didn't block you. YouTube blocked a bunch of people. I did not block you. YouTube did. If that's what you want to know. Yeah, I was thinking I should have went over there and said, introduced myself that day XXL was saying it. I knew there was a reason he was saying it. Time to check out the neighbors. Oh, really? He did a solid design for me? Shout out to Dinesh. Cats, gardening, and Christian faith. Dinesh is running to be a mod, I see. Genuine friendship. That's straight from my channel description. That's what I wrote those words. Okay. Shout out to Dinesh, my graphic designer, part of the A team, or part of the Danny team. Oh, there's a lot going on. He's excited. That's why he didn't want to forget anything. The logo? It's okay, J-Dub. You can be honest. Like I said, I'm a hard editor. Or I said I'm a good editor, but part of being a good editor is you gotta be honest about what could be improved. Okay. How was the rest of everyone's Sunday? I know it'd be crickets in the comments, but how was everyone's Sunday, the rest of everyone's Sunday? No, don't go in there either. Come on. Good. Oh yeah, I saw Sushanta. I said thank you, didn't I? Yeah, thank you, Sushanta. Thank you. Much love, Sushanta. Bone Thugs in Harmony documentary. Grace love got to meet him in person when she was working in the club. They had some type of event for them, and she got to go in the back and say hi. I know, because Jen talked major-ish about it. Afterwards, Jen talked major-ish about it. About Chrysler bragging about seeing Bone Thugs. And then I made a short with a Bone Thugs song. That's how me and Jen approach things differently. Oh. Okay. I don't know, Trey. What am I supposed to guess? Cloud is 6 weeks old? No, he can't be 6 weeks by now. 4 weeks? No, 3. I'm guessing Cloud is 3.5 weeks old. You watching the World Cup? When should I redo my hair? Is it too soon to put that new dye in my hair, guys? It's just temporary dye. The last time I put temporary dye in my hair, it lasted for a year, so go figure. Harry Potter with your grandma? AI? Oh no. Don't show Skeetum, don't show XXL. Huh? Huh, Osita? They're not gonna like the AI. They're not scary? He's got to place his bets. He's got to place his bets before the window closes for the day. I have done a collab with J-Dub. Yeah, get the colors of the cats right. That's right. I'm teasing. OC won't like it if you don't get her black spot just perfect on her head. Right, OC? That's a smudge. You know that black spot on OC's head's called a smudge, guys? And a lot of white cats have a black mark on their head when they're kittens, but they outgrow it and it turns white somehow. Or, I don't know how that works. But a lot of times it's just a temporary black mark, but not OC. She kept hers. Tiger. Oh yeah, make sure you get Tiger right. She's a mackerel tabby. Mackerel, like the fish. I don't know if you know it's a fish. M-A-C-K-E-R-E-L. Mackerel tabby. That's her design with her stripes. Which means small stripes. Or thin stripes. The Christ love, y'all, we need to pray her up. She's not feeling well. She had spiritual attacks all night. She felt some odd heaviness. Yeah, thanks, Dinesh. I haven't seen it yet, but shout out to Dinesh for being my graphic designer. That's why you enjoy it here? Nope, my black cat, my husband ran over my black cat. That's why I don't have a black cat. Prayers up for Christ love, that's right. And Christ love's dad was ran over and unalived. I can't imagine how painful that was. It was painful enough for me to have my kitten ran over and unalived. But for your parent, your daddy, not daddy, that'd be horrible. It'd be like, I don't know. And then she said that they told her that he suffered in the ditch for several hours before anybody found him, and his body was retrieved. That they said they could tell he suffered for several hours. I'm like, why did they tell her that? I wouldn't tell her. I mean, if I was the paramedics or the officials. I mean, some things are just best not knowing, but I don't know. Maybe they had to say it for his trial, because he went to trial for it, right? The drunk driver. Yeah, it's very sad to know your dad. But he's not suffering no more. He's not suffering no more, you know. I always have to tell myself that. They're in a better place now. He's in a better place now. You cried? What'd you cry about, J-Dub? Macro tabby? Oh, I was just like joking. You don't have to get that serious. If you want to go with it, read it. Yes, it was good energy, Dinesh. It was good energy. What, you gonna claim it now that I said it's good? But I felt like it was you. That's why I was asking. I checked your time in India, and it would have been around 9 or between 9 and 10 a.m. But that's crazy, because I don't know, that's pretty crazy. Made me wonder what you're up to be honest. Yeah, it just happened at 9 a.m. your time today. I felt energy, and it felt like it was from you. That, you know, could have been something else. I mean, I don't know. That's why I was asking what you were doing. I was trying to see if you're doing something. Like, I don't know, meditation or something. Oh, I can't even get this out here. Oh, it's empty. Everything's empty. Yeah, what were you doing today? He says he was just sleeping. Maybe he was dreaming of me. You know, like a wholesome dream. I'll be good cop, Taz can be bad cop. You guys ever play good cop, bad cop with anyone? I don't know if Dinesh would know that reference. Dinesh, that's like when you're in interrogation for a crime, One cop says, let me get you a soda and a donut. What kind of soda you want? And butters you up and acts like he's your friend, and the other cop throws the case on the table. We're going to lock you up for eternity. It's a classic move with police, I've heard. You gotta use both. I don't even want to know what this is about. I don't know what y'all talking about. What are y'all smoking? Get me twisted out here. Eternity. Oh, the eternity theme? Yeah. That was a funny voice. You like it? Can you tell I was in school plays in middle school? In the Christmas plays? Good cop, bad cop. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know what time it is? You felt like a man and not a boy? Whoa, you're gonna make me blush over here. No, I'm just teasing you. That's good. That's good news. You gotta man up, right? It's good to become an adult. In our society, we don't really have like the rites of passage into adulthood like other cultures have, especially like tribal cultures or whatnot. So it's a thing that's not really, I don't know, some people just never grow up. Some people think I never grew up. Could be true. Some people say if you never have kids, you never grow up. Is that true, J-Dub? Did we never grow up because we never had to raise kids? I mean, I helped raise Blue, but that's nothing to brag about. You'd be lucky if he stays out of prison for very long, to be honest. Oh, you're gonna be busy next week, Tess? Next week? You mean next week or this week? This week just started. You helped raise enough brats? Yeah. Well, thanks for the heads up, Tess. Love you. Next week? Oh, wow. That's a big notice. You're as old as you feel? Yeah, that's true, too. Young at heart, right? No, I've never met J-Dub in person. We just did a collab a few weeks ago. You made J-Dub sleep on your floor, Taz? You didn't give up your bed? I let my cousin sleep in bed with me, my obese cousin. And I had a dream a walrus, or a big flabby seal was suffocating me and flipping around, and it was her. And she was asleep, and I had to push her off me. It was like very bizarre. And after that, I slept on the floor, never had a bed. And we were grown ass. I mean, we were adults at this point in time. It wasn't no sleepover. I mean, I have quite a few years over on her. Because my uncle had another child later in life, but she was still an adult, I guess. I mean, I consider her an adult. Weird southern cousin. Singing and playing his guitar. Yeah, J-Dub. Sing and play some tunes. He says he got a new guitar. Well, I felt bad for my cousin. That's why I let her sleep in the bed with me. And we're girls. It's probably different for girls. You know. I used to sleep in the bed of Dina sometimes. I know. But hey, I don't know. We're wild kids, so we weren't very conventional. So we just did what we had to do. Girls, I think it's different. You getting your new guitar tuned up, Jose? Okay. Why did the chicken cross the road? I'm afraid to ask. Okay. Tried that as much as I could. Everyone plays guitar. Yeah, Christlove. Didn't she say she's going to start guitar lessons? Didn't Christlove say that? I hope she'll be able to do it. You know, and it won't fall through for some reason. I mean, I rebuke that fear. I actually need to pray for her, but I'm going to do that after one thing at a time, after I get this chicken going. Duck 20. Oh. I'm trying to think here. Your dad, he was a musician? Oh shoot. You never learned how to play it? Well, that's okay. I mean, that's what kids do. Kids, you know, I waste time wishing I would have done more gymnastics when I was a kid. I took one gymnastics class, and now I'm like, why didn't I take more gymnastics classes? Like, oh, because you're a kid? And then you took something else? Got interested in something else? Yeah, so when I became friends with Jen had been a gymnast and a ballerina. So I kind of was like, when I first found that out, I was kind of like, oh, that's so cool, Jen. Before she kind of went cray-cray on me. I mean, she had been a book accountant for a trade, but she tried to make it big in Hollywood. She was an extra in some dance movie, stuff like that. You know, she had an agent trying to help her get in movies in Hollywood. And, you know, she was taking it serious, but she still had to pay the bills, you know, so she was an accountant. So I really admired her, because I'm like, man, you mean, you know, you're a pretty smart girl in a lot of ways, and you were a jock too and all this. Or, I don't know if you call that a jock, but I don't know what you call it. You had the moves like Jagger. You did a lot of CrossFit in your 20s. Gymnastics part was always the most fun. Could you do handstands very well, Taz? Or what was your focus? The bars or something? The parallel beams? You try to act like I know gymnastics. Okay. Oh, this is good. You're gonna pick a fight? Why? You're really good at the handstand walks? Dang. Floor and bar work on it? Wow. You guys use red wine vinegar to soften meat? That's why I try to use it for. Do you miss those days, Taz? You look at it with fond memories? Dream of handstands? Athletic. Well, based on based on the information you shared with me, J-Dub, in my DMs, I would say that's accurate. It's a great place to meet women. Where? At the gym? Or at the gymnastics place? The gymnastics studio. What do they call it? Yeah, you could have met Jen back in the day. She was pretty hot back in the day. Wouldn't I say you're walking in the desert? I wasn't saying that about you. I said that to the guy from Iowa, Bennett, Chris Bennett. Did I say that to you too? Oh, you mean in a DM? Maybe I said it in a DM, but I try not to. Now you're putting yourself on blast. I try to keep the DMs, you know, on the DL until I open my mouth. Like yesterday. CrossFit jams. You got something like that where you live, J-Dub? Hey, J-Dub, one day I remembered the purple cow and the peanut butter shakes. I could like taste the shake in my mouth. Wait, does that sound bad? And I was like, it was a vivid memory about going there. Is that purple cow still open over there in your neighborhood, in your neck of the woods? It's a. Do they have more than shakes? They have burgers too, don't they? It's a place to get shake. Yeah. Do you get the peanut butter shakes too? Can you believe I remembered that? See, I told God, I thanked God that I still have my memory and stuff like that. Now it pours back in my memory. Thanks. Do a fit check test. He might be in his pajamas still. So that purple cow been open forever then. I went there like 20 years ago. It's a time sink. Yeah, when you get a kid, huh? And all that, responsibilities and stuff. There's no money in it. I competed, Taz says I competed in both CrossFit and Olympic weightlifting, but yeah, absolutely no money in either. When you won your medal, did you bite it? Your MEDAL? Did you bite that thing? Or is that just... or was it even shaped like that to bite? Why do they bite it when they win the medal, the gold medal in the Olympics? Is it to see if it's real gold? Or is that a tradition? Oh, okay. What was I looking for? Oh, yeah. I forgot now. So... The taste of the... I still remember the taste vividly of the peanut butter shake. That's what I'm talking about. You're still on your first cup of coffee? Hey, I got a question, Taz, since we're on the subject. I was riding Homeboy's baby mama. She asked me to watch her video about her mom. And I put the saying or the expression or the idiom hot off the presses. But you know, she's quite a bit younger, you know. Well, she's like in her early 30s. And I didn't know if someone in their early 30s would know what hot off the presses means. Because it was an old term as far as I knew for, well, no, warming up the presses. No, I said warming up the presses. So that's an old term for like warming up the machinery before you like print a newspaper or book or something. Warming up the presses, like getting ready to, you know, get the darn thing done. So I Googled it to see what it means, and Google said warming up the presses means it's a weightlifter idiom, and it means the warm-ups before you lift the I don't know, the weights you are going to lift for your workout or whatever. It's your warm-up, warm-up lifts or your warm-up exercises or warming up the presses. Is that true, Taz? Did Google lead me astray, or is that accurate? I never heard it that way. But yeah, warming up the presses. So I was telling her that I thought her mom was warming up the presses to do some narc abuse on her. But then I'm like, I don't know if she knows what that means or not, but it's the way I communicate. I can't explain everything to everyone. So I think I just left that message like that. No, there's another saying, J-Dub. 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 There's... If you're here, you're lucky you're not here. You'd really hear me yell at you. Just turn down your volume for a hot minute. J-Dub. I know the expression hot off the presses. There's another expression too. Warming up the presses. And that's before you print out something, you warm up the machinery so that the machinery's all... You know, like you warm up your car engine, the same principle, warming up the machinery. You turn on the machine before you slide the sheets through to get printed. I mean, this... J-Dub, you're supposed to be my age and know these things. Or did you say that before I explained it? Maybe you said that before I went on my rant. Yeah, well, yeah, so... Well, you know. Muscle ups are definitely more technique driven than most people think. Yeah. J-Dub, we gotta warm up the presses. Ooh, that was a lot of salt. Am I single? I forgot to title my stream married. Oops, my bad. Okay, what's this? Garlic powder? Shout out to India. Yeah, I know the Indian flag. In fact, one of my Christian rappers I listened to, he did a collab with an Indian rapper, I'm assuming, because I saw the short for it, and it starts with the Indian flag with the other rapper rapping. I was going to share it with you, Dinesh, and then it just got lost in the sauce. What am I looking for? Either. Oh, this is it. Yeah. What? I don't know. It's hard to tell when some people are throwing shade at me. I better buy a baseball mitt with all the shade that gets thrown at me. Cornflakes? That was yesterday's topic. No, that's a little too much. I wouldn't let you guys see what I'm doing, but I'm afraid my phone would fall in the mix. Because this tripod's not the most stable, to be honest. Or I don't know how to make it stable. There's probably a way to do it. My favorites were ring muscle ups over bar muscle ups, but both are super fun. That's okay, Taz. You're my managing mod. You can have some me time. I definitely have enough me time on here. It can be a mix-up. Oh, I'm spacing off. Sorry, guys. I'm kind of tired. I didn't sleep much last night. I was up when Mr. G was up. Or, I opened the door because there was a cat fight like 10 minutes before his alarm went off, so he jumped up and ran in here. Why are you opening the door? Because Rooster's about to get his butt kicked. I gotta scare some cat away. That's why. Anyways. Hey, handsome. So, Taz, you said there's not much money in doing all that? Like CrossFit and Olympic weightlifting? So when you first started, did you think there might be? Or did you already know? Or did you have your hopes high to, I don't know, become a professional athlete via that way? I know. Rooster can't win for losing. If he's in here, he gets his butt kicked by his sister. He's outside. You know, he's fair game to the stray cats. One stray cat in particular, a big orange cat. But there's a few more out there I've seen. Or at least, yeah, a couple more at least. I mean, who knows how many, you know, really, but 3 if I had a guess, but you never know who's in the mix out there. Is this camera rocking? Because I'm stabbing the chicken with a fork. My version of tenderizing meat. A snort? I rebuke that statement. You had big hopes, Taz? You're going to go to regionals and then the games? Did you have an injury? I'm just asking because that's why a lot of those type of dreams end. Or at least from, from what I've heard from people that I know. Or you just had to deal with work and your daughter. You don't do a lot of planning because J-Dub says the best made plans of mice and men soon unravel before they begin. Is that it, J-Dub? They made you read of Mice and Men when you were a kid? Got that stuck in your head? Okay, I think I stabbed the chicken enough. Surely it's not alive anymore. Why is the camera so up? You guys all having a view of the ceiling. You guys can tell me to take the camera down. Do I have to do a camera check with y'all? But it's kind of my fault. I should have been paying attention. I'm just so like, I don't know, trying to get this done. I'm not really paying attention to the view of the camera, to be honest. Okay. But now you know what my ceiling looks like. You tore your pack? But that was at the tail end of everything, says Taz. They took regionals away that year? What, because of COVID? A black bear in your neighborhood? Did you have to go through, I don't know, rehabilitation, or did you have to do stretches with the physical therapist test? I've done that before. For a stupid injury, though. But my work made me. The boss I didn't like made me, actually. She said, "Not on my clock, Danny. You're not going to go out on an injury with us." Yeah. Workplace injury? That's really bad. Should never get workplace injuries. Some people love them too. They took regionals away to appeal to more sponsors. Oh, for sponsors? It's all about the money. It's all about the Benjamins. Doing invite only made it more of a spectacle. They limited the amount of athletes from each region. Oh man. I'm not laughing at you, Cass. That's sad. But yeah, it is sad. How's your smoking going? Are you still trying to quit, or did you give back in temptation? Hey, is it loud in that factory? I'm sure you have to wear earplugs, huh, Tess? Well, it's very loud. Slinging around steel. Okay. Loud can be dangerous, yeah, for your hearing. I guess I'm using tap water. Good old tap water once again. Oh no, actually I have so much bottled water, I'm just going to use it. Okay. Oh, OC, why come on that? Where's your mom and I? What's up? What's your mind for this stuff? Don't go in there. Don't go up there. Don't go on my shoulders. You already had enough shoulders. Eastman, good old Kodak Eastman. Okay. Oh shit! That didn't go like planned. Oh well. At least it's just paprika. I put too much in, but it's just paprika. So. Except this is questionable. I've had this forever. Like dollar store paprika. You know, I usually do all these name brands and stuff, but we had dollar store paprika. So. Oh well. Okay. I used all the smoked paprika, so I guess that's why we're down to that. Supercarthatic was the training. Still haven't found what you're looking for again? Oops, I don't want to do that. Do art? Chad says he does writing. I thought you were going to drop a writing sample in the community board or on your channel, Tess. I'm looking for it. Okay. I'll read you the story me and Kelsey wrote. One of these days, maybe. But you guys will think we're too corny. You'll be like, those girls are weird. Kelsey told me, I deleted all that so nobody ever see our story. I said, I did too, but I wrote it down before I deleted it. Oh wait, here's the stuff. Oh, see, why didn't you tell Mama to put it all there? Okay, this is, oh, I should have already done this, but hey, I'm doing it now. That's better than figuring out it's unplugged 2 hours from now, right? Okay. There we go. One of these days I'm going to cook like for real, but until I get my energy back up for the 5 o'clock time, usually I have an energy crash around 4 or 5. That's why I always do a slow cooker to cook dinner. Because by the time it's time to cook dinner, I'm usually in the bed. Back in bed. Okay. Collab? What collab? I mean the comments out of order. What? Secret? What are you writing about? Oh, you mean you're bearing your soul? You lover and a fighter, right? J-Dub. You know what time it is. Well, my last name literally means fighter, so. And they changed it. Google changed it. AI is trying to change what my last name means. It actually means warrior, but now they changed it to soldier. No, it always meant warrior. But, you know, AI, being AI. Yeah, watch out for that artificial intelligence. They'd be changing your last name on you. What it means. Not everything is meant to be seen by everyone. You're telling that to a streamer. Uh-oh, I better write that down. Danny, not everything is meant to be seen by everyone. Duly noted. Delicate gangster the streets know me as? You want to take me out on a date? Can I bring my husband? Secrets? For you, everyone is different. Uh-huh, sure. No husband allowed on the date? You know, my sister's husband did that. You know, the slime ball? the slime ball from Pakistan. He took my sister out on a date, and, and his girlfriend showed up and sat across from my sister. My sister said, "Who are you?" She said, "I'm his girlfriend." Oh, yeah. What a loser. The delicate gangster, yeah. Make that on a t-shirt. Put that on one of your designs. You're not going to bring your wife? That was a great comeback, I have to admit. Oh my gosh. Oh no. The delicate gangster, right? Catalog? No, that's my my stage name. That's my pseudonym. That's my pin name, or my... I had a cat named Barry Catalog, and I took that name from him. Because he's in heaven. So that was my tribute to Barry Catalog. Because I named him after a singer from a long time ago from the... Well, he's actually still singing, but his songs are famous like in the 70s. I named my cat after Barry Manilow. Because I thought he... Anyways, I don't know why I really did it. But anyways, well, kind of because he had this smile, and I always thought it looked like a smile of a berry I knew. And I was like, I don't know any berries. So one day it clicked to me, he had the cheesy Barry Manilow smile. So I used to call him Barry Manilow. And then one day he told me, no, he's not a man, he's a cat. So it's Barry Catalog. A hamster named like hamster? No, he didn't bring me home dinner, no. I ate, what did I eat? I don't remember what I ate. I was surprised he always brings me home dinner. But he brought lots of groceries. The fridge was so full. The fridge is like packed now. Like I had to put some meat in the freezer right off the jump, right off the bat, because the refrigerator's packed. He went crazy. So there's no, this fridge is loaded. My hair's in poor shape. I know. Thanks for the update. I know. I was looking forward to takeout, but oh well. I'm too spoiled, maybe. What did I eat? I can't remember. Did I eat something besides that ice cream? You guys remember me eating that ice cream? I can't remember if I had anything besides that. That was probably a poor choice for dinner. Anyways, haircut and a shave. Really? My hair's so bad I don't even want to start on it. I don't know how I like it this bad. I was telling myself I was going to keep it better, keep it in better shape. Danny Catalog ain't falling for demonic lobo. Danny Catalog ain't falling for Danny Catalog ain't falling for Danny Catalog ain't falling for demonic low blows. Holy water is where we row boats. I am of the God, Son, and the Holy Ghost. Jesus hold me close like King, my bro. Hey, that's pretty good. My timing was off, but hey, I gotta work on my flow. Super sloth, yeah, in the dizzy. Hi Marcel, my natural face looks pretty and my natural hair. This stuff's barely coming out. Usually it just comes out with a quickness. Now it's taking its sweet time. Oh, maybe because it's under this AC, huh? Get it together. Right. Oh, we're going to pray for Christ's love. Or I'm going to. Or we can all pray for Christ's love, I should say. So I'm going to do that. I went to the Seattle Rock and Roll or Seattle Music Museum for its grand opening. I got to see Jimi Hendrix's guitar smash. I told you all this before. But he wrote that he could never make love to a woman like he could make love to a guitar. He wrote that on the guitar and smashed it on stage. And I got to see that in pieces. I got to see some of his costumes. Because they were focusing on Seattle artists. So they had a part for grunge and the grunge scene. They had Paul Revere and I don't know the name of the band. Paul Revere and the Pioneers, or no, I something. Anyways, it's just like a band with like a one-hit wonder band from like the 50s or 60s. So I went there for that, and that was a long time ago, like long time ago. But I didn't get quite up to Seattle. My ex owned property up there, at the end of Puget Sound, or whatever they call it, at the end of the Puget Sound. So the water goes into all these little bays and stuff, and at the very southern tip of it, he had property. So he would take me there, and we would work on his property. And my cousin was in the process of trying to leave his wife at the time, and he was stationed at up there at the army base. And I mean, this is like I don't know, maybe an hour from like hitting like real Seattle or something. I mean, I have no idea because I'm from Oregon, and we do traffic different in Oregon because we don't have traffic. So everything's like, if something's an hour away, it's 60 miles. So maybe it was marked 60 miles, but no, who knows. Anyways, it's just a little south of Seattle, but I never hit Seattle. So we'd go out there and hang out with him like every weekend. Every weekend I was Captain Savaho with my cousin, and me and my ex Sean would go up there with his chainsaws and go on the property with him to get him out in nature and get him away from his cray-cray wife. And we did all his chores too. They got me mad because they started saving their chores for us. Like, dude, you can at least act like you're putting in effort, you know. I mean, his wife was a housewife, and all she did was like smoke weed. And anyways, he's married now to a new lady. I guess they're a better match. Yeah, we were Captain Savaho for my cousin. I had never really met him since we moved out of Long Beach. I hadn't seen this kid since 1989. So I really I didn't know nothing about him or nothing. And so it was like, I have a lot of relatives like that. I have a lot of relatives that I just met like later in life. And I mean, I always heard about him because, his dad's my mom's brother, so they keep in touch, but I never had seen him for 20 years or more. And so all of a sudden it was like all this family stuff with him, and but he still lives up in Seattle. He bought a house over there in the Seattle metro. Don't save her, she don't want to be saved. Yeah. Self-love or self-hate, dry fasting? I have no idea. Is that a question? But Mr. Weiss or Weiss? Well, she kind of made me mad because she came from a rich family, My cousin always marries a girl well-to-do. I don't know if it's just a coincidence or not, but he'd be hooking up with the girl whose daddy is like president of the yacht club. I don't know how he does it. So this girl, anyways, she came from a well-to-do family. So I take her out to eat. This chick, his wife at the time, soon to be ex-wife. But well, I don't know. We didn't know. It was kind of like a back and forth thing. We didn't know really what was going to happen with her. Used to live in Long Beach, Epic. Yeah, that's where I was born. But we moved in '89 when I was 11. So I take her to this Chinese restaurant. It's a Chinese restaurant. It's one of those restaurants you go to because the food is effing cheap, y'all. It was in the sketchy neighborhood. She was all laughing and making jokes how we're going to the sketchy neighborhood to go eat, and how there's like prostitutes that walk the strip there and stuff like that. I mean, there was no fine cuisine, right? So we go into this establishment, and she looks at the menu and then tells the waiter, I don't see what I want to eat on here. You don't see what you want to eat on the menu? It just really got me upset because she knew I was paying. I told her I was taking her out to eat, and she pulls this on me. And I don't mind taking someone out to eat, but I felt like I don't know, do you think this is rude, guys? If you take someone out to eat and she pulls this, she's like, I don't see, I don't see what I like on this menu. And so he goes, okay, well, what do you want to eat? And she goes, oh, I'd like some garlic with some chicken, with some asparagus, with some bok choy, with some ham, and some pickled okra, and some saffron, and some Prego spaghetti sauce or whatever. I don't know. This lady, yeah, she's like, can I do a walkthrough of the kitchen, see what you got in the pantry, y'all? I want to make sure, what kind of pepper do you have on deck? Are those herbs organic? And I'm like this, like, lady, I'm trying to buy you some, this is supposed to be like an under $10 meal, dude. This is supposed to be an under, she's from South Carolina. Her dad, she's an Army brat, raised in South Carolina, and her dad's like, I don't know, a general or something. He's high ranking. And so, well, I added the stuff about the walkthrough. I think you guys know that, right? She didn't really ask the walkthrough kitchen, but she'd be naming all these ingredients. I just came up with those, but she'd be naming all these random things she wants in there. So it became a $27 dinner or something, like close to $30 dinner. And then mine was like $8 because she pulled this crap. Is that like overboard or what? Yeah, it basically stressed me the F out. Yeah. Oh no, and then she got me even madder because Ashton, their kid Ashton, he was a toddler, and she didn't like to discipline him, and he was spoiled, and so I tell her, well, we're leaving, and I tell her, okay, she's like, oh, I'm so thirsty. She pulls this stuff. Oh, I'm so thirsty. And I go, okay, let's just get a couple to-go sodas. And so we get our sodas to go or whatever. I don't know if we just asked. I don't know how that went. But she pulls this. She pulls this. She goes, oh, her son is eating the work. She used to feed her son dried ramen. She used to feed her son dried ramen. And you know that absorbs in the gut. You're going to get him bloated, right? And she would give him a sack of ramen, a little bag of ramen, and he would pick at it and eat the little pieces of noodle out. He'd chunk off a piece of noodle and eat it, right? So yeah, dried ramen. It's like, so this is like her level at home. But then all of a sudden she pulls this thing. Oh, well, he needs to drink some juice. He needs to drink some juice. So I was like, okay. So they have like these dough, apple juices, grapefruit juice, grape juice. So what would you give a toddler? She tells the kid he can pick out what he wants, and he picks out grapefruit juice. And she gets him the grapefruit juice. And I'm buying this crap like, I should have just said something. I should have just said, lady, no, give him the apple juice. He's a 3-year-old kid, right? So yeah. So she gives him the grapefruit juice, and she opens it real quick so he can have a sip. And he's like, yeah, water, exactly. But I knew she wanted to milk my wallet. I knew that's what the game plan was. So he sips the grapefruit juice. He's like, eh, because what 3-year-old wouldn't think grapefruit juice is nasty, right? Most adults do, right? Keep it real. So then he's like, I don't want to drink this. So she goes, fine, pick something else out. So then he picks out pomegranate juice or something. Ew, I don't like this. It's like, you can't make this stuff up. Like, give the kid a normal drink, lady. Like, so then she finally figures out to give him something like apple juice, right? And I'm like, praise the Lord. And this is all going on my tab because I volunteered to pay for everything. So now he's 3 drinks in deep. We got her to-go sodas. We got her, I mean, I just felt like she was taking advantage of me. And what's she doing, trying to stock up on all these weird drinks nobody's drinking? They have banana juice? Well, that sounds better than pomegranate juice. If you're 3 years old, go for banana juice. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, I wanted to smack her big time. And I was just like, this is your cousin's wife. And you know, I'm just trying to make it make sense in my head. But yeah, she was acting a fool for sure. Stand up. So that's like my fond memory of her. Oh, let's see if I can give my kid, because he's 3 years old, he might want to, she just had no common sense. Let me see if I could give him some, yeah, dried ramen with pomegranate juice and a side of extra spicy hot sauce to really burn his gut. I don't know. Yeah, let's put the hot sauce over the dried ramen and have him eat that. That's what type of thing she would do. And that's not even an exaggeration on that. That's like her style. She said he liked to eat spicy food. She was always feeding him spicy food, and we're like, well, he likes it. And I'm like, that much spice though? Dipping a bagel in gin? What the? Oh, are your cousins on this level too, Taz? Taz is paying. Taz is paying, so let's order extra drinks. Well, this one's extra on the nonsense, because I felt bad for him, because this was a 3-year-old kid she was supposed to be raising. Bagel dipped in gin? What? Breakfast gin and bagel? Snoop Dogg? Is that your punchline? Was this a joke the entire time, Dinesh? This was gin and juice? Snoop ain't even a real? Yeah, his uncle went to the, what was that thing I called it? When they take the minorities neighborhood and they raise up all the prices and make fancy vegan restaurants and stuff for the white people. What's that thing called? That's where his uncle, his real uncle, that's where his real uncle put his barbecue ribs operation after they left my old neighborhood. Gentrification, that's right, Taz. They pulled up stakes, they got out of Danny's neighborhood and they went to the gentrified neighborhood. Real story. But anyway, that's in Portland. His uncle lives in Portland, Oregon. Gentrification, right? They're like, this was the hood last year. What's going on now? Y'all got paint now on the outside of these buildings? You got fancy words? fancy words on those sandwich boards outside about chai lattes and matcha tea. Sweet grits or savory grits? Sweet grits or savory grits? I don't know. Sweet grits, says J-Dub? J-Dub, you said you like yours with butter and sugar, right? That's what you put the other day, I think. Wasn't it you? Or was that you, Taz? Do you have grits in India, Dinesh? How would you explain it if you don't know that word? Snoop did that? Oh, well. Yeah, but he also wakes and bakes. He also wakes up and smokes a half a pound of blue dream. That's a marijuana brand, or strain. Chennai, baby? I don't know how to pronounce your city. I'm sorry, I have to look it up. My name? Danny? Doesn't it say on my theme? Oh, it says Feline Fancy Free. You saw grits and biscuits? Oh, you know what they are for real? Hey, Osi. Do you use white gravy? Do you use white gravy? Because we're always taught up north that white gravy's from the south. Is that true, J-Dub? Or is that just some propaganda? Hi, Alyosha Lopil. Yeah, I heard about that. I heard you were hidden, Alyosha. Sorry about that. Right, yeah. They did it to a lot of people, Alyosha. White gravy, yes. Put that little black pepper in it. Or is that... That's how we make it up north anyway. We put black pepper in it. Oh. The black culture? Is grits is part of the black culture? Alyosha, you have to give me the name of your other account, the exact name, so I can look it up. Because I have to go to your channel, and I have to unblock you from there. Yeah, I missed having you here too, Alyosha. You always said positive things and gave me compliments. You're always nice in the chat and positive. Cream of mushroom soup? Oh, that sounds good. That does sound good, I have to admit it. It's wonderful. No, the name of the account. Like this account on here that you're using right now is Alyosha Z4D. So that's an account name. I need that for that other channel. Yeah, but your original account. Yeah, the one that's blocked. So I can look it up. I think he knows what I mean. Do you know what I mean? Did I explain it well, Alyosha? Brianna? Meat and rice? With spices? Yeah, your old OLD YouTube account name. I'm your favorite woman on the internet? Oh. Yeah, if you write it in the chat, I take a screenshot, or if you can send it to me later in a comment, I will look it up. Either way. If you need some time to figure out what it is. I feel like I'm just leaning over too much today. I need better posture. Especially since I'm working out now, right? At the new Danny. New Danny. salvager and a savage at the same time with bars. Hey, babe. Wild in Tennessee? Yeah, I've heard rumors. And it's called the, oh, no, I can't remember. What those mountains called over there? Appalachians. It's called the Appalachians. See, people out in the west call it Appalachians. But when I got there, I found out it's Appalachians. It's some Indians, right? A Native American tribe name. Kettlebell exercise. Oh, I'm so sore today. I stayed up late practicing some of my dance moves. So I'm already sore. So today's going to have to, well, I guess I technically got my workout early because I did it in the middle of the night. So it wasn't a kettlebell workout, but it was, I'm trying to, you know, I'm working on my dance isolations. Trying to work on some moves so I can have moves like Jagger. Okay. Oh yeah, that's right. I remember that username now, or channel, whatever it's called. Okay, I took a screenshot. Yeah, I screenshot it. All right. Nashville fried chicken. Does that mean it's like spicy? I don't know what Nashville fried chicken is. Man, Dinesh is a man of culture. He's now a man, and he's not only a man, he's a man of culture. Disco? I used to be a belly dancer, so, and I used to do scarf work, but I don't have a scarf right now. But that was my emphasis, was on scarf work. So I was doing just some isolation movements for some specific dance moves for belly dancing. And there's a guy I like, he's a dancer. Well, I like his dance routines. And he's a man, so I don't know, but I'm a tomboy, so I'm going to see if I can pull off some of his moves. He's an inspiration for me. So, he's a really good dancer, so I want to see if I can pull off some of the moves he has, but I'm far from it right now. I'm far from it, but I got to start somewhere. You know what I'm saying? I guess I should have picked, I could have picked an easier, maybe I could have picked something easier, but I just like his dance moves, so I'm going to go with it. Go with it. Okay, the story goes, this guy went out drinking and he came home and was hungry, so his wife made him the hottest chicken she could make, and he loved it. Oh, it's that stuff, it's hot chicken. Like Mr. G hot, not Danny hot. Chili spices, woohoo! You know, I cussed out Mr. G once when he made me really spicy hot chicken. I cussed him out bad, really loud. I did not like it. I was in pain. I was in major pain. My system didn't like it. Your crush was a tomboy? Is this the girl from the train ride or the museum curator? You know, we like tomboys. So you don't think I should find a woman and copy her dance moves instead? We'll see. I might not show you guys those dance moves anyway. That might be my secret. I mean, I already said it now, but... Gabe? I don't know, is that an insult? Oh, I guess it was. Spicy beer? Yeah, I only drink spicy beer. I only drink michelada. Yeah. Now, was she 5 years your senior? Was she 5 years than you, Dinesh? I read something about somebody liking a girl 5 years older than them. Or a lady. Was that her? Oh, Dinesh, too much information. No, I really don't like her. No, really, she's not really on my good side at all now. And why did you think just to keep it real, why did you think you had a chance with this person? Hi, BS. Just wondering. Oh, gosh. Did she have really big biceps? Was she really strong? Like, did she work out a lot? Was she like, buff? Or muscular? What's the word I'm looking for? My intuition? No, I read it in the comments. I read in the comments that you liked some chick that was 5 years older than you. I'm basing it on stuff I read in the chat. I'm just trying to remember if that was her and if it was you who wrote the comment. Well, we're talking about this lady that Dinesh seems to have a soul tie with. You know about soul ties? And we're trying to break that soul tie. And you mentioned it, Dinesh. You think sometimes I dream I'm streaming. You think I dreamt it up? I was dreaming and read that comment? Why were you keeping this a secret from me, Dinesh? I'm a cougar. This is like the least of my worries with this lady. In fact, I say 5 years is amateur work for anyone, for any cougar. Not that, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if she's a cougar, but she's definitely playing for the other team. Ladies are tricky and awesome. She used to work out, but she was still strong as F. Oh, wow. Hi, Peter Brookie. No, Jai Hind Shashank, I can read your comment. Lady advice? Well, come back tomorrow. Relationship advice hour, not until tomorrow. Yeah, we give, yeah. I mean, unless J-Dub wants to take the reins, unless J-Dub want to throw out stuff, and I can bounce it off of him, but... Yeah, Peter, I remember you telling me that. See, Taz, Peter did tell me he has Down syndrome before. Or, he's saying it right now anyways. I'm doing well? Yeah, thank you, BS, I am doing better. I don't know. Wait, okay. BS, what's your question about women? Okay, what's your question about women? I will answer it. I will not deny you my wisdom. Ask me any question you want about women. And as long as it's not like inappropriate, I will answer it. How about that? Y'all got any questions? Crickets. No, I'm not talking about yesterday. I'm talking about from like a week ago, Tess. But maybe I'm hallucinating. My bad. Never mind. Control Alt Delete. Because you said you read his chat. You said you read Peter's chat, and you saw that he never mentioned. Oh well, I'm gonna drop it. Maybe I am just overthinking. If I had a daughter, you would date her? I do have a, well, she's low on the young side, never mind. She's too young for you. I do have a cheerleader daughter, niece, but she's too young for you. She's in high school, so never mind. That's a bad one. She's just so much younger than her brother. I forgot how young she is. She's like 10 years younger than Blue. Because my sister had her kids 10 years apart. So sometimes at cars room, you know, I don't see her that much and stuff. So. Now, I don't have any younger. Oh, wait, no. I have a. Never mind. I don't get any available female relatives. But thanks for the compliment. I guess I'll just be quiet now, Dinesh. Thank you for the compliment. That's what they used to say about me, J-Dub. They used to say the problem with Danny is she gets older and they stay the same age. Yeah, that's a classic diss for Danny at the Donnie. Oh, at the family reunion. Oh well. No Diddy? No Diddy, no R. Kelly. I know to ask. I met at the Don Juan International Players Club reunion. Diddy? Diddy? That's what's he call that? When the initials are the same letter? There's a word for that. You know that word, right, Chaz? What's that word? Like Donald Duck? Or Mickey Mouse? Or alliteration? I'm funny? Funny or funny looking? The alliteration, right? When the first name and last name are the same, have the same initials? What do women love on a date? Eye contact, confidence. I mean, eye contact, but don't stare. I'm an INFJ. I don't know if any of you know those Myers-Briggs personality types, but INFJ, we have a bad habit of staring. Whenever we talk, we don't break eye contact. So I guess this is easy. I'm doing it with myself, just staring at myself. But it's known as like a quote-unquote creepy thing we do that it's hard for us to uncreepify. So eye contact, but not, you know, completely staring into someone's soul, perhaps. No, I'm married. Okay, so eye contact, show interest in the other person, pay for the date if you're a guy. My mom's always yelling at my nephew to pay for dates. My nephew's such a cheap ass. He'd probably try to get the girl to pay, to be honest. Alliteration. Oh, I was saying alliteration. Oh, it can be anything, not just a name. Danny doesn't do drugs. That's a good one. Each word starts with the same letter. I see. Alliteration. Okay, what was the things for the date? Oh, I don't know, bringing her flowers, would that look like you're overdoing it? I would like flowers if some dude brought me flowers on a date. I'm just saying. But I love flowers, so. Yeah, find out what she's into at first, and then try to do something on the date to show you're paying attention to her interests. How about that? Like a homework assignment. Like in casual conversation, find out something she likes, and then bring her a small gift that is something she's interested in, or like, okay, my hairdresser. For example, my hairdresser, right? We were having casual conversation, just casual conversation. She tells me my favorite drink is, oh, what was it? Some type of latte with caramel drizzle on it, with foam, with cold foam, right? She tells me her favorite drink at Starbucks. And so I had my husband go get her that drink. I think it was too late in the day for her to be drinking any caffeine, but still, it's the thought that counts, right? So my husband took off and he came back with her drink, and she's like, oh my goodness, this is the first time anyone's ever bought me my drink. So I wonder if she tells everyone her favorite drink, like her standard dialogue. No, I don't know, probably not. But I mean, we talked a lot. I gave her relationship advice, or not really relationship advice, but she's not over her ex either, and so I listened to her talk about her ex, like a lot about him, like a lot. And I was asking questions and stuff. But anyways, back to the date stuff. Yeah, I think that covers it. And ambience. If you're going on a date, go somewhere with a good ambience. You guys know the word ambience? Like, go somewhere that kind of, don't take her to Jack in the Box. Don't take Fixie Dixie. If you're lurking, Fixie Dixie, this is not the time to go to McDonald's. Like, try to take her somewhere kind of decent, or at least, I don't know. It don't have to be like a candlelit dinner or nothing that fancy. But you know what I mean? Just, you know, John Mayer music playing in the background. slip the restaurant manager a John Mayer playlist, a John Mayer mix CD. And no, don't put your body as a wonderland on it. That'd be a little too much. Skip your body as a wonderland. Save that for some dates in the future, not on the first date. Put that on the second mixtape for the future. Hooters. My cousin took me once to Hooters in Los Angeles. And when you order drinks in Los Angeles, they don't say the price of the drinks on the menu. And I'm from Oregon, and that don't sit well with me. That don't sit well with me because in Oregon, we put prices on everything, and we don't have sales tax. So when you see the price on the tag or the price on the shelf, that's the price. The final answer, the bottom line. That's, if it says $10, you pay $10, right? And so when I saw the drinks had no price, I went, ah! But my cousin ordered a drink with a quickness, so of course I ordered a drink. But yeah, I only went to Hooters once with my cousin, and she's a girl cousin. And she almost took me to a strip club too, but we didn't go. I think her friends were there. I don't know. It was called the Purple Rhinoceros. You guys know that or something? Or Pink Rhinoceros? I mean, I don't know. I think it's purple. But I don't know. It's a long time ago. But I'm glad I didn't go there with her. Hooters was bad enough, to be honest. You know, my cousin used to try to take me out to see the sights and stuff, and when I used to go visit her in Vegas. I mean, not Vegas, LA. Ah! come from Oregon. Oregon people get naked at festivals. I don't need to go to strip club to see a naked person in public. I've been there, done that. But they weren't strippers. So we have the rainbow, or no, what's it called? I don't know. We got some festival. The country fair. We got the country fair. People run around the country fair naked. We got naked bike ride. We got naked at the hot springs. We got. It's legal for a woman to walk around without a shirt and bra on in Eugene. Sometimes women do that, just I don't know, for attention or something. So the naked people. I mean, I went to Burning Man a long time ago. I went to Burning Man once. And they naked people there too, but that's out in the desert. Like 45 minutes, an hour from where I grew up. The burners go out there for Labor Day weekend. Well, I mean, me and my nephew and my dad saw a naked lady who was really fat. She was obese. A naked lady, an obese naked lady, going down the river in a canoe. And that was a little awkward because I was with my dad and my nephew, but they definitely sensitized us on this, I'm saying. Yeah, even imagine that. You're funny, Dinesh. And my mom roasted the naked lady at the Trump protest. Or no, it was a Trump rally, but there was protesters there. You know, my mom, if there's a Trump rally in Oregon, she goes to it. You know, her big ass, big stickers that say Trump on her truck. And she went up to the naked lady and asked her, it was in the middle of the summer, she asked the lady if she was afraid of getting a sunburn. No skinny dipping? Willamette? Yeah. That lady in the Willamette River or the Willamette Valley? I mean, I lived in the Willamette Valley. Eugene's in the Willamette Valley. I spent several years there. Joseph. Yeah. And you know the Willamette River runs through the Willamette, or runs through Eugene, so. No skinny dipping. I love the Willamette Valley. I mean, I love all that area. I don't know, it's kind of changed though since I lived there. Maybe my memories are more fonder than reality now. Oh yeah, Arizona. Yeah, I've lived in Arizona. I lived an hour east of Yuma and a couple hours west of Phoenix. I think is it the Highway 80? I don't know, it's the highway that goes to LA from Phoenix. That runs, you know, east to west. Yeah, Arizona's no joke. The heat there is no joke, Joseph. I haven't been everywhere. I've only been through like half the states, like 25 of the states. So I haven't been to the East Coast. I stayed pretty much on the west side, mostly. Well, I mean, you've been to New York? See, I've never been there. Like New York City or like upstate? Well, I live in an RV, so I guess technically I could go anywhere I wanted, I guess. Well, no, not really, because we don't have the hitch. We need the hitch for reals. We have to pay a mover until then. You just drove through? Yeah. The East Coast is like the Pacific Northwest. There's a lot of people in Oregon from the East Coast, from New England, like Massachusetts, upstate New York, like Vermont. So I always wondered if that's why they're there. Is it because it reminds them of back home? But why don't you just stay home? Kind of weird, huh? Have you been to the Bronx, J-Dub? You were doing construction? In Boston? Word to my mother? Is that word to my mother? You know word to my mother? That's really going back in hip hop culture. Word to my mother. And is that what you're trying to put? Then next you got to put word to Mother Africa. That was the original one. Too ghetto. Well, see, I had a best friend in New York City for a long time. Just online best friend, but I forget where he lived. He lived in New York, but I mean he lived in the ghetto, but I don't remember what borough he lived in. I really don't. He was a YouTuber a long time ago. Long time ago. He did African male skincare. Now somebody's going to say I can say black. Just wait and see. Yeah, Dinesh got his American slang down. Word to your mother. Word to Mother Africa. How am I? I'm okay, AI. Are you AI? Are you a bot? Yeah, but I lost my best friend. I lost my best friend in New York City because he told Mr. G he was going to kick his ass. And that was weird because he told Ray he was going to kick his ass, and Ray was like, I don't know, it didn't become a big thing. But maybe it's because, you know, it's like, I don't know. So, but that it turned into a big drama, so I lost my best friend. I chose Mr. G over my best friend. Sometimes I wonder if I made the right decision. I mean, we were best friends for several years. I mean, we chatted every day. I mean, he was gay. He was gay, but Mr. G thought he was trying to hit on me. And I'm like, no, he's very gay. A college student? No. I just got my USA jersey on. I know you can't even tell it's a USA jersey, but it is. But I do miss him. I do miss him. Yeah. Gay homies, yeah. Yeah, I've had 2 gay friends, but you know, one I lived with and one was just an internet friend, so a lot of different dynamics. Yeah, the first time me and Mr. G got in a fight, he told Mr. G, I'm going to kick your fucking ass if you ever bother my best friend again. And then it just escalated. And I told my mom about that. My mom said, man, you had a cool ass best friend, Danny. I was like, really? I thought my mom was going to say he was kind of crazy. She said, yeah, I wish I had somebody tell my husband they're going to kick his ass if he doesn't treat me right. I was like, oh, okay, Mom. I never thought of it that way. But it turned into a big drama fest between them. I couldn't handle it, so I let Kevin go. He was my homeboy there I was talking about. Or not so homeboy, New York City boy. Yeah, he was going to fuck the long way with me, and I fucked it up. For real, for real. Lost a good friend. And he told me not to get with Ray, too. I should have listened. When I first showed him a picture of Ray, he said, Ray is the devil. Stay away from the devil, Danny. But did Danny listen? No, she's like a moth to the flame. He said, this dude looked like he's demonically possessed. He looks like he's trouble. He looks like he's Haitian. This guy got any Haitian blood in him? Is he from Haiti? I said, I don't know. I didn't do no DNA report. He goes, well, I'm telling you, girl, he looked like he straight off the boat from Haiti doing some witchcraft. He probably cutting off the heads of chickens over there. They're casting spells. You stay away from that guy. And did I listen? No. Nothing against Haitians. I mean, that's what Kevin was saying. You know? What, Taz, are you Haitian? Is that what you're going to say next? You know my Creole grandma? She's really from Haiti. Oh no. But anyways, he gave me solid advice. So, you don't trust him no more? You don't trust him no? No, you don't trust him? Yeah. I don't know nothing about him. To be honest. See, Ray told me he was half white. Then he showed me all his family pictures, and I said, if you're half white, where's the white person? And Ray said, we're all half white. And I don't think the math is mathing on that. No, Oregon don't have that many black people, to be honest. At least when I used to live there. It's very white. How did I get married to Mr. G? I was going to say something bad. I was going to say I finessed him, but that's bad. I didn't finesse him. That's probably what he would say. How did I get married to him? You're a blood cancer patient? My car battery was dead. My car battery was dead and I needed a ride to work. And we're traveling workers. He worked for a different company though. And he lived down the hall from me. He lived at the inn on the corner. And I needed a ride because I was the like the foreman's assistant or something. See the foreman couldn't drive anything. The foreman couldn't drive anything. Well, this is another story. I'll tell you that story later. So I ended up being his assistant for a hot minute, but then he left the job. So I really didn't want to. I mean, I had to be in charge of things with him. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't do nothing without me, basically. So my car battery was dying. So so his car battery was, no, my car battery was dying. Y'all got me twisted. Y'all got me twisted. So I had a little red Chevy S10, and the car battery went out on me. So I needed a ride so I can get to Carrie, and help carry out my boss. And so all I knew was I saw one dude walk to his motel door with a safety vest on that said the other company's name on it. So I was like, okay, well, I don't know who lives where, because like half of these rooms are rented by tourists, half of these rooms are rented by workers, but I know that dude lives over there. So I knocked on the door and I started getting rides from him. So then he started inviting me to go out for breakfast and stuff like that. And I really thought, his first thing he said to me, was it you, Dinesh, who said this made sense? One of the first things he said to me was, you have green eyes. My mom has green eyes, just like yours. So I thought, okay, well, he figures I'm his mom. He's 16 years younger than me, right? So he's putting me in the mom category. So I didn't really stress it or worry. I was just like, I'm getting rides from this young dude, okay, whatever. And then it escalated. And I was no longer in the mom zone. I mean, I'm only 8 years younger than his mom. His aunt is my age. His mom's younger sister's my age. So, yeah. Danny was a little slow on the pickup on that. A little late to the party. But, what else? I don't know. It just became a relationship. Rick, you're funny. I'm not gonna read out loud, but that's funny. Yeah, so the first thing his autistic brother said to me when I first met his parents, his autistic brother came up to me and said, Danny, I have a question. And I said, what's your question? He goes, how old are you, Danny? And I said, come here. And I went like this. I said, come here so I can strangle you. I went like this, and I chased him up and I know it sounds cruel, but we're like best friends. And I chased him down the hallway. And his parents were laughing. Everyone thought it was funny. But I was now heck of embarrassed. I didn't know how to answer. So what I did, instead I do use intimidation on an autistic guy. Hang on, I got something. Well, see, because his brother's autistic, he was like kind of low-key scared of me. Like when I went over there to meet his parents and family. And well, he's got negative minus 1 zillion aura points for liking Drake, according to Skeetum. Mr. G does. Negative 1 zillion or minus 1 zillion? How do you say it? Aura points. Okay. All because he F's with the Iceman album. Okay. What was this I was saying? Oh, so his brother, because he's autistic, he was hiding in the bathroom. But I had to use the bathroom. So I had to like, eventually I had to like say hi to him so I could even, use the facilities. So I went in there and I said, oh, hi, who are you? I was like, hi, how are you? No, I was like, I can't even remember what I said. I was like, hi, how are you? Like all low key, like we're not just like standing in front of the toilet, right? And then he was like, no, I said, who are you? I was like, hi, who are you? And he was like, I'm Jesus, and I already know who you are. Like that. I'm like, oh, okay, so who am I? He's like, you're Danny. He's all looking at me. And so then we just started talking stuff. But I think like everyone was worried, or not everyone, but I think his parents wondered how I was going to handle being around his brother, because his brother's like 10 years old. His brother acts like he's maybe 9 or 10, but he's really like, at this time he was like 17. He's like 17, but he acts like he's 9, or maybe even 8. I don't know. Like, but he's autistic, like definitely for real. So when people tell me they're autistic, but they're just kind of like eccentric, I'm like, think to myself, no, you're not autistic, because I've been around Jesus, and he's definitely autistic. No, but I mean, I don't know. They say it's a spectrum, right? So oh, and then one day he came up to me and said, can I ask you a question, Daddy? Jesus did, the autistic guy, autistic teenager. And I was like, okay, Jesus, what's your question? He's like, is it true you're my sister because you're married to my brother? And I said, yeah, I'm your sister and you're my brother, Jesus. And his smile, like he grinned from ear to ear. He was so happy that I was his sister. He could call me sister. So that really, I don't know, I love him. He's a cool guy. No, he speaks Spanish, but he speaks really good English because they moved over to the United States when he was he even born yet? I don't know if he was even born yet when they moved to the United States. If he was a little baby or pretty young, like not past being like a toddler's age. So yeah, so English comes natural to him, So he's bilingual. Yeah, he speaks English and Spanish. He's actually my translator. He's actually the nicest person. He translates for me. All the other rude efforts just keep speaking in Spanish, and he'll look at me and tell me what they're saying in English. He's really cool. He's got my back. And Mr. G's mom's nice about it too. Mr. G's mom, if I look too confused, if I look like I don't care, she won't say nothing. But if I look like I really want to know what's going on, she'll tell me what they're saying. But Mr. G and his dad, they won't even forget about it. The men don't tell the women what they're saying, or me. So it says that kids are better at everything other than having normal social life. I don't know. What conversations on a need-to-know basis? What did I say? I don't even remember what I said. I didn't think I said anything that scandalous. Oh, what they're doing? Yeah, their conversations are on a need-to-know basis, and I don't need to know. You got it. Ren understands. That's true. Well, they're Hispanic men, too. So when I'm around any man with my husband that they're Hispanic, I have to be careful because I'm a loud mouth. Well, you know how I am. I'm loud. You know, I'm a loud lady, and yeah, I try to behave. It's hard. Yeah, what's your culture? 1616. Can you share some things about your culture, like a popular food where you live? But I don't know. I shouldn't throw Mr. G under the bus and stuff. But who else do I have to complain to except you guys? You're my audience here. For all my drama. So anyways, I mean, we used to visit his family a lot. We used to live just an hour from his family. So sometimes we would visit his family like almost every weekend, you know. And then they made a room for us to, they had these twin beds. They're like small beds. I don't know. They're like for kids. So they got 2 granddaughters. So Mr. G's brother has 2 daughters. Well, now he has a son too. But back then he had the 2 girls only. So they had these 2 beds like for kids. And so they have one set up on the left side and one set up on the right side. So they used to always tell us at first, stay the night, spend the night. And I never wanted to, especially when the kittens were little. When the kittens were little, I didn't feel good about it. But once the cats got big enough, we started spending the night over there. And she would have me take naps because I was starting to get my chronic fatigue. And so his mom would always have me take naps in the bedroom. So she was really sweet about that. She was always worried about my health. Except she told everyone, she told Mr. G I was suffering from menopause and made me mad because that's not my problem. But who knows? You know, people always want to diagnose Danny. Well, it might be my own fault, Dinesh. I might have, you know, I gotta take some accountability too. It takes 2 to tango. I could have done things differently too, I suppose. You know what I'm saying? There's that. So, and it's hard for me to forgive. And maybe I need to, I don't know, work on forgiveness more. I don't know. I don't get super hot, do I, guys? Is that why I breathe loud? No, just kidding. Pick up the phone. Love from the heart. What are you talking about, Holmes? Yeah, so I mean, I come from, like, my parents got divorced when I was a late teen, or like 17 or 16. I can't remember. Like a junior in high school. When I was like a junior in high school, my parents got divorced. Both my parents come from broken families. 3 out of 4 of my grandparents were alcoholics. So I mean, my parents did better than their parents. They didn't become alcoholics, you know what I'm saying? But I wasn't raised. I was raised in a dysfunctional family. I was raised where whoever yells the loudest got the floor to communicate or speak. I was raised, I wasn't raised with good examples for a marriage and a relationship. I'm not blaming them, because this isn't my first rodeo for a relationship, but it is my first marriage. I mean, what am I trying to say? What I'm trying to say is, like, I didn't have any examples on what a healthy marriage looks like, or a relationship even. So, my dad passed away in poverty. My dad gave my mom everything. When my parents split up, they had 1 acre of property. They had a 2-bedroom home with a pretty good sized yard. My dad signed it all over to my mom, gave my mom everything. And my dad walked away, and he ended up living in an RV park and a trailer like half the size of my trailer, for starters. But he never really fought with poverty. And that's why, part of why my mom sought money as a way of, like, trying to overcome all that. My dad had like some curse of poverty over him, or some spirit of poverty. I don't know what it was, but my dad could not handle money, my dad was always living from paycheck to paycheck. And so he passed away that way. But my mom met a rich dude. I mean, not like rich. If you saw their place, you would think you wouldn't know they were rich. If you saw my mom's place, it does not look like they got the money they got. But both of them are very well off, both my mom and my stepdad. My stepdad, as a retired veteran, so was my dad, but I don't think he had a pension like my stepdad. So, and my stepdad retires law enforcement for a federal agency. So he had good savings on that. And my mom, she went out on her train wreck, and she got a settlement for that. So beauty in the struggle, yeah. So what else? What am I trying to say here, guys? My dad never cared about money. My dad had a really nice paying job in Long Beach before we moved. My dad was a pipe fitter for naval ships. Ships named after presidents, you know what I'm saying? My dad made really, really good money. He made bank in California, but he didn't care about the money. He cared about his kids and having them raised somewhere safe. And we were having drive-by shootings in Long Beach and gang activity. And no, he passed away last year on March 31st. He passed away. My nephew sent him to an early grave, but it is what it is. And I wasn't there to do anything, so I barely got to say goodbye to him. I did say goodbye to him a few months before he passed away. It really happened. You know what I'm saying? Due to my health issues and whatnot. It wasn't. I actually got sick with the flu when I went to visit my dad at the hospital and stuff. I actually got sick with the flu, and I was in the bed like sick for like 3 or 4 days. I was just sick in the motel room bed. It cut my visitation with my dad short, even my health issues. So, I mean, flu, everyone gets the flu, but that with chronic fatigue, it's a double whammy. James Alfred, and that's his name, but he went by Jimmy. And he was a God-fearing man. He wrote poetry about his love for Jesus. He wrote poetry about his journey with Jesus. He cared more about he didn't care about money. He was not the one to care about money. But my mom wanted security. My mom wanted possession, properties, houses, all that, That's your grandfather's name? Yeah, I think I remember something like that. J-Dub. I knew that name was in your family. J-Dub. But And my dad was 16 years older than my mom. My mom was 16 years younger than my dad. So listen to this, guys. I always thought their divorce, the reason they divorced was because of their age gap. As a 17-year-old girl, I thought their age gap was the reason they divorced. To me, that was the major reason. Did Danny think in her head she might not want to do the same her daddy did? I know my daddy asked me, Danny, why'd you marry someone 16 years younger than you? Actually, my mom's 17 years younger than you. I don't know, it's just a few months difference, but it's the same age gap, pretty much. And I was like, Daddy, I learned from you. Daddy, I learned from the best. And he's like, huh? I'm like, Daddy, I learned from you. My dad was like, are you serious? I was like, well, somebody's got to hold up the tradition around here. Yeah, that you're the reason. Well, yeah, I think kids do think that, J-Dub, because they're not mature enough to understand. I mean, I was 16, so I wasn't really blaming myself. I could process it, you know. But I saw that my mom at her age, my dad at his age, that they didn't vibe as much as they used to. I mean, there's more to it. There's more to it. I mean, I don't know, it's a long story, right? But my parents were never happy together. Like, my parents never slept in the same bed together. My parents never I mean, I'm kind of redoing everything my parents did, to be honest. I hate to say it because I said I would never have that relationship, but here it's like, check the box. Ding, 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 ding. Danny's. So I don't know. I thought about, is that a genetic curse? You know what I'm saying? Because how am I playing out what I said I'd never play out? But I mean, it's not all the same, but I definitely see cycles being repeated. I see patterns. I see, my mom divorced my dad, and she got with my stepdad, and they have the same issues. My mom has the same issues with my stepdad that she had with my dad. And then I have similar issues. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I need to break these generational curses. You know what I'm saying? I need to break these chains. So there's that. Well, yeah, like, I don't know. Maybe it's because I always tell everyone, don't judge anyone. Because if you judge someone, I don't know how this comes about, but I've seen it throughout my life. If you judge someone for anything, I mean anything, dude. If you wonder, like, for an example, I never got an abortion, but I'm just going to throw it out there because I don't know what came to my mind. So, like, if you judge a girl for having an abortion, then you're probably going to be in a situation where you have an abortion. I mean, assuming you're a woman, right? But if you judge someone for, like, I don't know, being on food stamps and welfare, then it's like you get humbled. If you judge someone for being on food stamps or government assistance, then so you're going to lose your job and get homeless, or something's going to happen, and you're going to have to get government assistance. I've seen it play out all the time in my life. You know, when you judge people for being stupid, yeah. Can't fix stupid, though. You get really good at packing your bag in 5 minutes. So you went back and forth between the households, huh, Dinesh? See, my parents were like, because I was already 16, so it was like, I stayed at my mom's and my sister gravitated to my dad's. But we just walked back and forth to see each other. It wasn't like a big deal. So, I mean, my whole life, my dad always said he wanted a son. My whole life, my dad always wanted a boy. And then he got blue. A disaster. His grandson raised blue. And so I told my dad one time, I said, why did you always, I said, why did you always tell us you always wanted a boy? You made me feel like I was worthless being a girl. And I think that's part of why I was a tomboy, right? Because I wanted to fit that role that my dad was talking about. He wished he had a son. So, of course, I try to, I was very hyper competitive. I had to have the best grades. I had to, if a boy could jump a foot, I could try to jump 2 feet or something like that. You know what I'm saying? like proving myself. I thought I had to prove myself, you know. So I asked my dad, I said, why did you raise two daughters telling them you always wish you had a son? And then he said, no, I didn't, Denny, because this is true, but come on, what do you guys say? He said, no, I didn't, Danelle. What I said was, I wish Dina was a boy. You were okay being a girl because you were my first child. I wanted Dina to be a boy. So he said, Danelle, you're off the hook. It was on Dina. She was supposed to be the boy and she was a girl. And I was like, Dad, that don't make it any different. If you're as a child, as a teen growing up, you don't think, well, too bad for my sister. She was the one who was supposed to be a boy. No, you can just get in your head that boys are better than girls. But my dad was like, nah, girl, you get it twisted. I was never like that with you, Danelle. I always liked having my firstborn being a girl. I just wish my secondborn was a boy. I was like, Dad, that don't even make sense. But I did talk to him about it, and I was happy I talked to him about it. Because some people never have those conversations with their parent. Like Isla said, her dad never said I love you to her. Before my dad passed away, I prayed and prayed about it. I prayed and prayed about it. And I confronted him. I confronted him when I was like, I don't know, maybe mid-30s. I confronted my dad, and I was like, Dad, how come you never say I love you to me, Dad? You know, why don't you ever do that? And then my dad said, well, Danelle, you're my best friend. Like, why do I gotta say that? Like, love is an action. Love is a verb. I shouldn't have to tell you, you should know. And I tell you everything, Danelle, and we're best friends, so why do I have to tell you I love you? And then he didn't tell me I love you for like 2 or 3 years later, right? And all of a sudden he started telling me I love you all the time to me. So it was like a real big turnaround. I know it was hard for him because he grew up in an orphanage, you know. He didn't have that. He didn't have nobody telling him he loved him either, you know. He was just told, go to the factory, make more boxes. So, because they did child labor there. So he worked in a box factory after school as a kid. So, I mean, I understood that too, but it was just hard, you know, to, and my dad, you know, my dad's, you know, my dad had me later in life too. So, yeah, it took him a couple of years, Taz, to process that. Probably. But, you know, I'm really grateful for that now because Isla says her dad never said I love you to her. Never once. Isla was never, her dad never said I love you to her. And I'm grateful that I was able to have that conversation with my dad, even though it was a hard conversation. You know what I'm saying? At least we got it, you know, got that, got over that hurdle. And part of that might have been Blue. Part of that might have been Blue too, because, you know, Blue was on the scene now. He was a young child. So we're all saying I love you to Blue. So we might have been all like, now we're saying I love you to everyone, you know, because Blue's in the mix now. Maybe, I don't know. Yeah. No, my dad, he would always listen to someone. He would always. I give him that. My dad would always hear someone else. I mean, me or anyone, not just me. But he always told me that he learned a lot from the younger generations. He always told me he learned a lot from younger people. And my dad was young at heart. My dad was doing Facebook. My dad was doing Facebook in his 80s. You know, he was he always kept with the times, you know. Delicate gangster. So, my dad was always macking on young girls. I mean, not like seriously. But when me and Ray visited him, did I tell you guys this before? It's just like a silly story, but when me and Ray visited him at work at Walmart, he said he had a friend. I think I told this story once. He said he had a friend. He wanted to, a coworker who was a friend, he wanted to show me and Ray, and he made a big deal out of it. Like we tried to leave a couple of times, and he's like, no, my friend's on her lunch break. I'm going to introduce you to my friend. And so his friend comes back. His friend's a freaking hairstylist. His friend's like a 25-year-old hairstylist at the salon. And my dad struts in there with me and Ray and has us introduce each other and shake her hand. And Ray's like, dear daddy's the Mac Daddy, the Mac Daddies. And I'm like, what are you talking about, Ray? He's got pimp moves. He introduced us to the youngest, sexiest girl in the store. I was like, yeah, that's my dad for you. But to me, it's just normal. But Ray was like telling that girl, holler back now. Ray was like, dang, Daddy, you didn't tell me your dad was a PIMP. It was just a fun memory. Yeah, it is a little painful to talk about, but I don't want to cry on here. I'm sucking it in. That's why I'm saying the funny story now to try to lighten the mood. Anyways, it's funny to me. I don't know if it's funny to y'all. Maybe you had to be there. Yeah, my dad was a cool guy. Yeah, International Players Club, you know what time it is, right? But my dad was like that with everyone, not just a cute young girl. Like my dad going to Home Depot, or my dad going to Lowe's, or my dad going to any store like that. You'd be going for something like a screwdriver, nails, I don't know. You'd be going for something random where you just go in there and get it, something small or whatever it was. My dad'd be going in there for like a hammer. And I'd be going just to go grab the hammer, and my dad goes, no. I'm like, what do you mean, no, Dad? We're right here and the hammer's there. He goes, no, Jerry knows about hammers. We got to get Jerry. And so then my dad will go up to the next worker and say, where is he still on his lunch, or is Jerry back from his lunch? And my dad knows our schedule, too. And then Jerry come out, and my dad asked Jerry, well, which hammer is the best hammer, and tell me why. Like my dad, his dad was a businessman, and my dad didn't do the economics part, like the actual making money for a profit part, right? But he knew the building the, what do you call it? The, building up the, well, I don't know what you call it. Networking type thing, you know? He knew how to network. So you didn't just go in the store and get something. You went in there, you talked to the workers, you know the workers by name. That's how come I always talk to workers when I go places, usually, you know. Mr. G used to tell me, don't talk to anyone, but I gave up. He knows I'm going to talk to everyone. So, especially the cashier. If I don't talk to anyone, the cashier is going to get it all. They're the last person, you know. And the line's going, the line is going. And it's like, there goes Danny, the line's going again. Talking to the cashier about her cats, her dogs, whatever. But I learned that from my dad, you know what I mean? And my mom. They're both friendly folks. That's all I'm saying. Oh, Dinesh, I didn't have no time to grieve. Everyone told me I'd get over it when my dad passed away. Like literally told me that. So, Isla said I didn't have grieving time properly. She said she didn't either. Isla and me got a lot in common. You know? The cats are all outside. Oh, let me see if they want to come in, actually. Anybody want to come in? It's so hot, they should be coming in. They're probably down the road on a hunt or something. Damn, that light's bright. Oh, excuse my French. I said, excuse my French. That's funny. My grandma used to say that. See, I'm all thinking about my family. But yeah, that was all I was going to say anyways. You love my cats? Well, they're all outside. They're taking advantage of the day, sunlight hours. I don't know, catch a rodent, a squirrel, a mouse. Moosey Pootie. Is that for real? Who says that? Everyone in my family? And I mean, we're talking about within days of him passing away. We're not talking about weeks or months or years later. We're talking about Mr. G told me it a week or two after Dad passed away. My cousin told me Mr. G had one 30-minute conversation at work about it, and he did his part, and it's time to move forward. And yeah, so I grieved him. I mean, I didn't have anyone to grieve with, so I don't know what I did. But yeah, people are pretty heartless around here. 3 more likes and you get a J-Dub collab. Is that what time it is? Maybe? Grieving rights? Yeah. It's called Suck It Up and Get Over It around here. I mean, my mom, she did more than she had to for my dad and for me through the process because it was her ex-husband. So, I mean, my mom had to call me and tell me my dad passed away, but she did that weirdly too. She just did it like we were just having a random conversation and she's talking about the garden and this and that, and then she's like, your dad just passed away. And I looked at the clock and I said, oh, at 4. She said half an hour ago. And I look at the clock and I say, oh, at 4. And she goes, no, don't you know what time it is? It's 3 o'clock. That's when he passed away. And I was like, Mom, I'm in the next time zone over. I forgot about that. She's like, oh, sorry. I was like, so that went over like a lead balloon. But you know, I don't think, and it's really weird because my mom's always told everyone to sit down. Every time I've heard my mom have to give news like that to other people, and she always told them to sit down. And are you sitting down? Are you ready to hear this? Like she always gives like little warnings, but not with Danny. Not with Danny. It's just like, oh yeah, my tulips are. I think the gopher ate my tulips, and it's been raining a lot. And your dad passed away 30 minutes ago. And I was like, what? What was that last thing? And then I was like, so he passed away at whatever time, and then when she bit my head off. No, don't you know what time it is? I was like, what? I guess it's time to get watch. And I was in the car. I was looking in the car. I just drove back from somewhere, and she called me right when I was parking. So I remember I was in my car when I got the news. 50 likes. Come on, Epic. Did you give me a like yet? So we can have a collab with J-Dub and me. Yeah, the haters are nothing new, huh, crew? The mods can tell you the haters are nothing new. I didn't cry for like 3 nights, I think, or I want to say I didn't cry till like the 4th day. Is that why? Because I was in shock? Was I in shock? Or feeling numb? Was I feeling numb for 3 or 4 days? Yeah, I didn't know if I was going to cry, but then I eventually cried after like 4 days. He like died on Monday, and then I cried like on Thursday. I mean, I cried more after that, but I don't know, was that 3 or 4 days? I don't remember, something like that. Ah, hey, Rusted Wrench. Shout out to Rusted Wrench, she's a real one. I'm still in a state of shock? Oh, back then, yeah, I was still in a state of shock. Yeah, it was really weird. Very surreal. It's AI bots? Yeah, it could be. Epic. Well, that's a crazy move. Rusted Wrench timed out by Anonymous. Well, 16, you got the timeout itch that bad. You're timing out Rusty. But anyways, that's enough about me, guys. It's enough about me. Thanks for listening. Thank you for listening to Danny's daddy issues. But he was a good dad. All in all, he was a good dad. He was a good dad. I mean, especially if you consider his background. You know, his father was in the penitentiary. He was raised in an orphanage. You know, all that. I mean, both my parents did the best they could with what they had. Both of my parents came from very, very unstable childhoods. You know what I'm saying? So, they both had to grow up really quick. Both my parents had to grow up really quick, and I don't know if I ever really did grow up. So there's that. So they gave me the childhood they always need to have, more or less. You know what I'm saying? So I say 2 thumbs up to Mom and Dad. Even though my mom got weird on me telling how my dad passed away, I mean, my mom doesn't handle stuff like that very well either. That's not one of her strong points, so I give her a pass on it. And she had her own life and her own stresses, like her teenage daughter and, you know, worrying about her new husband. Now she got to worry about her ex-husband. So, yeah, thank you, Rusty, for the likes, whoever you are. Not all heroes wear capes. But yeah, I mean, Dina, too bad Dina didn't turn out better. I'm like the only normal daughter. I guess that's debatable, but hey. And then Blue is a piece of work, so. Blue's kind of going backwards. You know, every generation is supposed to be better than the last, while Blue is really majorly sliding down. Blue's really, here's the grandparents, the parents, me and Dina, and now Blue's, psh, real big disappointment. Delusional, selfish, egotistical, homeless. I mean, nothing wrong with being homeless. There's different reasons for being it, but he's homeless by choice. He's homeless because he doesn't want to be an adult. You know, someone earlier said they feel like a man today, and they left their boy ways, and then now they're a man. Well, Blue needs to figure that out, because Blue's not getting any younger either. Let's put it that way. He's born in the year 2000, so what does that make him? 2000. He's 26. Yeah, Blue's 26. Blue's 26, and he's, I don't know. There's probably like middle schoolers more mature than Blue. Maybe even grade schoolers. I don't know. I don't want to think about it. It's sad. But that's my nephew, my dad's grandson, and he's a big suck, a big drain. Okay, it's 51 likes. Where is J-Dub? When's the last time I had a bath? Well, pray that I can bathe more often. It is an issue I have. To keep it real. Shh, you're not supposed to tell anyone 16. That was supposed to be between me and you. But yeah. Because, oh well. I don't know. I'm not going to explain myself. I already explained my family history. I'm not going to explain myself. It's too much in one day. You know, yeah, but I have some really good deodorant I can recommend. It's right here. Would you like to see it? It's called Japanese Golden Pear. Smells good. Yeah, if you got a problem with that, you got a problem with that, you got a problem with 16. Hey, I was going to tell you which of these smelled better, guys. I finally got my two. I don't know if there's anything in this, but I'm going to tell you which one smells better. Lucky you. This one's vanilla and raspberry, native deodorant. Thanks for reminding me to put my deodorant on. Why do I always think everything smells like alcohol? The Bella Vita deodorant? At least you're trying to give me advice to help me with in my situation. Shout out to 1342. Okay. Oh shoot. Okay. This definitely smells better. The pear definitely smells better than, what's this called? The vanilla and raspberry. Yeah. Vanilla and raspberry was so, it's so 2025. We're now on to 2026, and the Japanese golden pear smells way better. It actually smells pretty good, don't lie. Oh, okay. Well then, if you know, you know. Bella Vita deodorant. Okay. Okay, you're right. I do have to give it to God. You're right. You're so right, Dinesh. You know what time it is. Hi, Alana. Who's the new mod? Alana? She's my OG mod. Alana has been my mod almost since my channel started. She just doesn't come in much because of the time zone difference with her country and mine. Yeah, Alana, how long have you been a mod? She was like maybe one of my first 3 mods. Van life? Yep. This is a caravan. RV, whatever you call it. You've never seen Alana in the chat, Ibby? Oh, yeah. Thank you. Well, guys, have you noticed I got monetized, but I haven't made any monthly membership things? I have that on stall, on hold, HOLD. Well, I'm not doing it yet, but I can. I just choose not to for now. You never seen Alana? Huh. Well, she don't come in very often, I guess, anymore. She used to come in all the time. Huh, Alana used to be here every day. Her and Skeetum and the old crew. Oh, you're a sweet guy, Dinesh. Did I get paid? They say on the 21st, I think. Oh, shoot, I gotta actually pay a bill. I just remembered. I have a bill due. A random bill. But yeah, now that I'm thinking about dates, I gotta pay a bill at the industry. Oh yeah, she likes beaver. She's got beaver fever. There's a huge difference between being sweet and nice and being real and kind. You should write about Dinesh. Philosophize about it. Okay, I'll let J-Dub know we have to do a collab. Should I tell him to practice on his guitar for it? Give us at least one good Outcast acoustic song? Yeah. Oh. Well, what category does 1616 fit in? I think you need a third category for him, just saying. I'm real and kind. Oh, thank you. I try to be Dinesh. But hey, I'm still in my flesh. I still have my feelings, my reactions, my, you know, living in this body. Hi from Australia. Oh yeah, you're Christian, right? Susan Pick. Weren't you put in Christian comments last time? Hi from Australia. Sorry, I don't know how to say your name. Yeah, I try to be kind, but I have my moments too. Everyone does. Yep, that's you. All right. All praises to the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Come on, 16. Oh wait, no, you said it here. I'm a nice guy who can't harm a soul. How did you become mod anyway? I don't remember that. Oh yeah, Taz said he'd be right back and for you to hold the fort down. And then I made you a mod. We thought you were gone with the wind, 16. We thought you were on to new streams and done with us over here. Yeah, amen, that's right. I'll take my rose from you. Oh well, guys, I'm getting kind of tired. I've been trying to do 3-hour streams, and I'm 15 minutes away, but I don't know. When you get to start being tired, 15 minutes is like an awful long time. Just saying, if you know, you know. But yeah, thanks for listening to me. Thanks for listening to me talk about my family. Thank you for being my therapy session for today. Keep it real. Pretty much what it is. Thanks for listening. Thanks for the positive feedback. Maturity is realizing not to be mature. Can I quote you on that, 1616? Well, we learned a long time ago in Bible class, there's being childish and being childlike. And being childlike is like enjoying things in an innocent way, enjoying the moment, having some fun and playing. But being childlike is that. But being childish, being childish is, you know, making, well, acting like a big baby. Yeah. Hello, Vanch. Oh, thank you, Susan Pick. XUXO. Oh, thank you, Ibby. Yeah, you get a break from your drama and some of my drama, right? But, yeah, I mean, we're not here on this planet for very long. At least it hasn't been proven otherwise. So we got to make every day matter. We got to do the carpe diem, like they said in Dead Poet Society, but it's even in the Bible. To focus on today and let tomorrow worry for itself. That's in the Bible. So we got to be obedient to these instructions from the Lord. So if nothing else, just focus on today, because that's what the Lord has commanded. And His mercies are new every morning. God always allows us to make U-turns, Chicano U-turns, and change our lives if we want to. You've been here long enough, Ibby? What are you? You said you're around. You said you're pushing 40. Did you tell me you're pushing 40, Ibby? May the Lord watch over you and keep you safe. In Jesus' name, amen. I'll catch you next time. All right, many blessings. XO, I mean XU, XO, NP, I see. Get a hug from someone. I'm a cactus. I don't do hugs. Were you in here? Somebody told me they wish they could cuddle with me. I said, I'm a cactus. You cuddle with me, you're great. Oh, I got my cats, I guess. I cuddle with little G. Is that close enough to a hug? Yeah, we're part of a bigger picture. That's right, Dinesh. All right, Joseph. What are you thanking me for? Oh, well, you're welcome. What's up, Doc? Oh, nothing much. Nothing much. I'm slurring my words, guys. I need a sobriety check. Did you check what I'm drinking here? No, just joking. Just joking. Is J-Dub back? I think he's hiding, so you don't discover he's going to collab with me. What about J-Dub? Oh, get a hug from him? He's 3,000 miles from me, or maybe 2,000. He's too far away to hug. I don't know what you're talking about. 16. Must buy? What's must buy mean? Is that Hindi? Or what language do you speak? What's your first language or your native language, Dinesh? Looking out for yourself, right? You gotta take care of number one first, right? Self-care. Get enough rest. I'm bad at not getting enough rest. I think Ibby needs more rest too. Closer to 4K? What are you saying? Dinesh, is this another language? Dinesh, are you so tired you're speaking native or foreign tongues? Oh well, guys. Well, I feel better now that I gave you the family history, the family lowdown. But you know, don't take any day for granted. We're not guaranteed that we will wake up tomorrow. Every day's a blessing. Like Jose says, blessed to be above ground. It's Tamilian? Dropping Tamilian on me, huh, Dinesh? Jeremiah 17:9. The heart is deceitful above all things and beyond cure. Who can understand it? Right, right. That's why we're not supposed to make decisions based on our feelings. That's why I don't do certain things I would like to do right now, to be honest, because it's based on my feelings. And I can't make decisions based on my feelings. So I'm walking through the valley for now. walking around the mountains, you know, trying to figure out a way to move them. But you know, with faith the size of a mustard seed, we can move mountains. So if God doesn't move our mountain, He'll find a way to get us around it, they say. Oh, I'm feeling okay, Dinesh. Maybe, Dinesh, you haven't been here long enough. I mean, I've cried in this stream. I don't know, some of you might have seen me. I've been known to cry in my stream, Dinesh. Like sobbing tears. And over some random stuff. One time I cried over World War I and World War II veterans. Because someone came in here disrespecting veterans, and I was crying for soldiers who fought for our country. I mean, I'm a little more emotionally stable now, I think, but maybe not. Yeah, I've had some. I had Milo, who is not allowed on this channel anymore. I had bona fide panic attacks, and 1616 had to talk me out of going crazy. That's why I put up with him. I remember he was there, clutch for me. Oh wait, new information. He actually made me cry a few times. Darn it! I'm trying to hype you up. I was trying to be your hype guy out here. Your hype lady. 1616, you ruined it. But yeah, I've seriously cried several times on stream. So this ain't nothing. You ain't seen nothing yet. Ain't seen nothing yet, to be honest, Dinesh. Just stick around and you'll see. But it is what it is. I'm real on here. I keep it real, so if I have an emotional day, y'all see it. You know, I stream daily. I don't take breaks for emotions. Maybe if I'm really sick in bed, yeah, I'm really sick in bed, I take the day off. But otherwise I'm on here. No, it's those. Okay, never mind. They're still in the goth mommies and eating crayons, huh? 16. Well, I have to practice. I have to practice my glaze. I have to practice my glaze in case one day we get Kate Vaughn in here. Is Kate Vaughn her name? Or is it Cat Vaughn? No, it's Cat Vaughn. Yeah, I don't know what I'm talking about. Didn't she used to be a goth girl, and now she turned Christian and has a big flower garden, flower farm? No, I don't work. I'm recovering from a chronic illness. I've been sick for 3 years and not able to work. But I'm building up my strength. I'm getting stronger every day. I'm working out, eating better. I'm working on getting my health. Health first, and then work later. And I'm lucky I can do that. I'm lucky I can do that. I mean, I complain a lot about Mr. G, but he's the reason I can stay home and not work, you know. He's a good provider. I have to admit that. So, hard worker and all that. I mean, he works long hours. He works 6 days a week, 10 hours a day, I think. He works 60 hours a week. Mr. G is a workaholic. Yeah, thank you, Dinesh. God bless you. Ibby. Yeah, secret agent woman. Not the, yeah, I know 16, I know. Trust me, I know. Well, it's my own fault because we have a relationship based on lust. I'm just going to be honest. We have our relationship started based on lust. We're not friends. And I didn't think about that till later. And I wanted a friend. So you guys, when you're looking at some chick, make sure you're friends with her too. No, Jean's out of the picture. Jean's not around here no more. Ibby set him straight, and Jean's been hiding somewhere under a rock or in a cave. I don't know where, but since Ibby had a few words with him, Jean's absent, not in the stream. Oh, you having your exams? Oh wow, bunch. Ah! You're sad, Peter? Why are you sad? But I'm just letting you guys know. Don't just get with a girl and just for sex. Like her personality. Like her. Because to be honest, me and Mr. G, I don't think we like each other. I'm just keeping it real. Can we learn to like each other? That's the question. And that's why it's been such a struggle. Is because we took it too fast and we had sex too fast. I'm just keeping it real. And we weren't playing the long game. We were just looking at instant gratification. So junk in, junk out. You know what I'm saying? You know, I gotta accept that responsibility too. I should have focused more on our friendship, but you know, I was short-sighted. So now I'm paying the consequences by being in a relationship that doesn't have a solid foundation. You know what I'm saying? And I was a prodigal daughter. When I met Mr. G, I was not well, no, I was going to church. I was going to church and stuff like this, but I wasn't on the level I am now with my faith. I wasn't that strong of a Christian. I thought I was a strong Christian, but you know, it's a growth. It's a growth, and it's been a growing process for me. And so what I was looking for as a lukewarm Christian is different than what I'm looking for now. And there's also something in the Christian belief that God's supposed to be above man, and man, the husband, and the husband's supposed to be above the wife, and then the wife's above the kids, for like a chain of command, for leadership. Mr. G's not a man of God. I know he said the other day that he's a Christian, but if he is, he's not a very strong Christian. And so I'm a stronger Christian than him. So I resent him because I have to pull the weight. So instead of God, husband, wife, it's God, wife. And there's no husband in the middle. So I have to carry more weight on me than God intended in the marriage. But yes, he's a non-believer. Yeah, and that was a mistake on my part. So that's why I'm saying not everything's his fault. I should have had different standards, but at that time I was cool with it. I thought, well, he told me he was Christian. He told me he believed in Jesus, right? But I didn't have discernment. I couldn't make that call. I didn't judge him to the standards you should judge someone to see if they're a Christian. I just said, oh, you're a Christian, great. I didn't look at, does he read the Bible? I didn't look at, does he pray? He's refused to pray for me. I have cried and sobbed and begged him to pray for me. He will go, no, I'm too busy. Hey, thanks for the star, Alex. Shout out to Alex. Thank you for the star. Yeah, so that breaks my heart. I've had my heart broken in this marriage, you know, for this reason and other reasons. So, yeah, we're not a team in that aspect. We're not a couple in that aspect. No, he's not emotionally available. I don't want to get all into it right now, but he's trying to be, but it's a, you know, there's a lot to it. But he's trying to make more of an effort now than he used to. But I don't trust him. I don't trust him, to be honest. He's love bombed me too many times. He's love bombed me too many times and made me believe that he was going to work on things and then turn around and accuse me of things, turn around and use manipulation and threats on me. He's done this too many times. It's a cycle. He'll bring me flowers, be nice and sweet to me one night, and the next day it'll be, you know, the same thing, you know. Judging me because I'm not pretty enough, or judging me because I'm not good enough. He thinks he's better than me. He thinks, maybe because he's younger than me, he thinks he's better than me. I don't know. And that breaks my heart. I didn't know that I'd be in a relationship with like this type of person. Oh, okay. Danny, should have as part of history or the journey. Your past decisions are the reason why you're here. Your past has been your map. Your mistakes are more like pinpoints than things to be saddened about. Yeah. I'm trying to remember how old he is. He was born in 94. He was born in 94 and he had his birthday. So that would make him 32? He's 32, I think. Yeah, he's 32. And I'm 48. No, he's 16 years. 12. Oh, I thought you meant the age difference. 12. Gosh. No. Come on, give me a break. It's okay, you made me laugh, 16. Yeah, that's true. That's true, Ibby. And I worry because, like, when I know I said we gotta live every day and we gotta think about just today, so maybe I'm not even following my own advice. But I worry when I'm 60 and he's, you know, way younger than me, what's he gonna do? Or how's it gonna play out? Yes, thinking too much? Yeah, probably. But these are also trauma responses. These are also trauma responses based on narcissistic abuse and stuff like that. So when we've been through trauma, we train ourselves to overthink every move we make. We want to protect ourselves. At least I think that's how it works. Yeah, that's right. 16, that's right. Amen. 16 is being positive. Yeah, I'm a worrywart. I worry by nature. And I need to give it more to God. I really do need to give more things to God. The world is not safe. Yeah, those type of thoughts. Those are what I think. And it's not even people will hurt or betray me. It's my husband will hurt or betray me. I have to control everything so that I don't, you know, get another divorce threat, you know. He likes to give me divorce threats like they're pieces of candy or something. I told him I don't trust him anymore. He asked me why. I go, well, the number of times you've threatened to divorce me, I mean, he's trying not to do it now. He's cut back on it, but I mean, it was every weekend. It was every weekend for several months, for a year, probably over a year, almost every weekend. To hear that someone's going to divorce you unless you do this, unless you do that. And then he would say that I wasn't sick. He would say I was faking my illness. He would say I'm lazy. I just am pretending to be sick so I don't have to do chores. And I better start doing chores or he will divorce me. I better start doing this or he will divorce me. He went to see a divorce lawyer. He told me he'd go places and I don't know where he is. And if I ask him where he is, he says, I don't need to know. I mean, there's a lot. There's a lot. I don't know why I'm laughing at insults, but hey. Yeah, love is a verb. That's a John Mayer song. Love is a verb. That's right. You must know John Mayer. The Vegas trip, yeah. And then when I saw something in the house, I was like, where did you get this from? He said Orleans. Orleans is not Vegas. It's another place. And so I was like, well, did you go to Orleans or Vegas? And then he thought about it and he said, well, Orleans was before Vegas. So he can't even, the only reason I knew he went to Vegas, that it was for real, was he had a receipt from a store in Vegas. A unique store in Vegas. It's only in Vegas, so he couldn't, like, so I knew he actually went to Vegas. But he didn't even call me or nothing. I didn't know where he was. I finally broke down and called him. I hate doing that, but I finally broke down and called him, and he was like, you probably already heard this 16, but he was like, I was like, where are you? And he was like, getting breakfast. And I'm like, getting breakfast where? And he's like, at McDonald's. And I'm like, well, what city at McDonald's? And then that's when he said Las Vegas. Like, he wasn't even forthcoming with that. Well, Ibby, I'll think about it, Ibby. Well, yeah, and I'm not. Well, the thing is, when he took me to see those hookers, when he took me down Hooker Alley, Prostitute Alley, that changed the way it was like a switch flipped in me. That changed the way how I felt about him. Because I was crying for him not to take me down that row of prostitutes. I was crying for him to, I mean, it was like 2 in the morning. I'd had a long day. I'd been up since 6 in the morning or 5 in the morning. I mean, been up forever. And we're going to log in 24 hours before we get home of being up, you know, and on the road and stuff. And it was more important for him to go see some hookers down a road than to get us home. And I was begging and crying. That just really made me see. I mean, when we go places, he checks out women, and the age don't matter. He would look at women, and if I say something, he'll blame it on me. And it's, to me, that gives me, he creeps me out. I'm just gonna be honest. I think he creeps me out, guys. Yeah, I know. Well, my friend wanted me to go see Thunder Down Under. My best friend, when we were in Arizona, wanted me to go see Thunder Down Under, and that was after his little hooker viewing. And Thunder Down Under is male strippers. They tour. You know, they go to, you know, like clubs and stuff and tour. And my friend asked me if I would go, and I mentioned it to Mr. G. But I told Mr. G that like I set it up so that Mr. G knew I wasn't really serious about going. The way I mentioned it to him, maybe I shouldn't even mention it to him. And he's like, if you go and see them, I will divorce you. And I was like, hello. Because I was all like, you wouldn't believe what my best friend said. You wouldn't believe it. She actually wants me to go see these guys strip. And then Mr. G was like, that's it. You go to that, I will divorce you. And I'm like, what? The Sea of Red? I know. Oh, Dinesh writing me a novel. Did I? No. My mom says he will try something like that, 16. My mom says he would try something like that to pimp me out, but no, he has never done anything like that. I don't think so. Let me think. Maybe I have new content for tomorrow. No, just joking. The mind may think it is being logical. People always disappoint me. Da 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 da. Sometimes the answer is it prevents disappointment. To prevent vulnerability, it gives a feeling of control, protects an old wound. Right? Right, Dinesh? I know I didn't read that the best, but I know what you mean. Alright, Wicked Wizard, how you doing? But let me go for now, guys. Thank you guys for all listening. And that last part, it was just like, I didn't expect to say all that, but it is what it is. You know, I keep it real. So I love you guys for listening, and I've dated a lot of losers. I've dated guys who have gone to prison before and after our relationship. I mean, I don't know what's wrong with me. Even if they are nice on paper, like I dated that professor, he was nice on paper or from the outside, still a jerk. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Maybe I'm, that's what I'm thinking, is that generational curse or what? I don't know. Or maybe, you know, what I know is toxic relationships, so I keep repeating the cycle. I don't know. Taz, J-Dub, and K9, they're going to have their own club. What about 1616? I know, homosexual was really low on the bottom of the barrel, low on the food chain one. You know what time it is, 1616, a bona fide homosexual. You already know. So, and that was my boyfriend before Mr. G. So when I saw Mr. G, of course, you know, it looked like, you know, it looked like I really upgraded, and I did, you know. Community service. Yeah, I know. Somebody, were you here, Abby, when somebody said I need to feed the homeless? I was throwing away my old nasty leftovers, my old stew, my old soup, and somebody said feed that to the homeless, and I said I already did my part. I already fed the homeless. I did. I ended up, you know, dating one. Thank you, Dinesh. Thank you, Ibby. Thank you, 16. Thank you, Bunch. You tripping me up with that name, Bonnie Blue, because that Bonnie was my sister's cam girl name. My sister's cam girl name was Bonnie, and her son's name is Blue. And yesterday I was really tripping, thinking, did you find out that's my sister's name? Like XXXE type name? But then I realized, no, it's just a coincidence. But for a minute I was shook. Yeah, I was shook because I'm like, dang. Dina used to go by Bonnie because she was obsessed with Bonnie and Clyde, the old gangsters from back in the day. You want to be fed? Dinesh? Yeah, I do too. Yeah, I realized that when you said her body count, because that even got in my feed, like, about that, like on YouTube. So then I was like, oh, okay. I should get with a preacher? Is that what you're saying? Yeah, now you know. Cat's out of the bag. Yeah. You keep getting me, keep having me yap, and I'm gonna just yap and reveal all the secrets. Hey J-Dub, we're doing a collab. When you want to do a collab, J-Dub? We said if we got 50 likes on this stream, you and me were doing a collab, J-Dub. Now we got 57 likes. Uh, 16, yeah, he's trying to be positive. You don't know this about 16, J-Dub, but when I get a little emotional and he can see I'm down on my luck, 16, he starts being more supportive and positive. Whenever's good for you, okay, yeah, let's do it, brother. I'm from the United States. But hey, J-Dub and everyone, like I said, I need to go. Well, I need to rest some. Promise is a promise. Oh, J-Dub will do it. J-Dub will do it. He won't back out of it. I know him. He did it last time without much of a fuss. We did our last collab pretty quick after we said we were going to do it. I mean, I think like we said, like, I don't know. We like waited till after the weekend was done and then did it first thing Monday or something like that. Oh yeah, J-Dub. 16 can he knows how to behave, he just doesn't want to. More often than not. No, I don't know what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm just starting to really ramble. I'm just starting to really ramble. So anyways, I'm going to go. Love you all. Love you all. I'm going to take off now. Love you, J-Dub. I already said love you to everyone else, so I'm just going to say I love you too, brother. And I'm out of here.